Now, more hostages and Palestinian prisoners have been able to reunite with their families as a result of the extended truce.
Emotions are running high after a desperate and seemingly endless wait for loved ones. Israelis gathered in large numbers to welcome the release of the fifth group of hostages. They were seen cheering and holding Israeli flags as vehicles transporting hostages arrived in front of them.
The 12 hostages which have been released on the fifth day of the extended truce are currently undergoing a medical checkup after they were handed over by Hamas. After the checkup, they will reunite with their families.
On the other side, the 30 Palestinian prisoners released by Israel have been given heroes' welcomes in West Bank. Hundreds of Palestinians lined the streets of Ramallah to welcome the prisoners. Many waved the yellow flags of Fateh and the green banners of Hamas. After their release, prisoners have expressed mixed reactions. They say, though there is immense joy, it is filled with pain and sacrifice.
The youngest prisoner to be released in this
حياة الشهداء اللي مرت من 50 يوم 51 يوم اليوم تتوج بالحرية والانتصار. هاي الفرحة ممزوجة بالألم والتضحية وكمان بالفرح والشعور بحتمية النصر. هذا الشعور أكبر من إنه ينوصف وأكبر من إنه ينحكى بهاي اللحظات. بنتمنى إن كل الأسرى يكونوا بهاي اللحظات شعبنا البطل اللي بيستقبلهم من 5 أيام. نتمنى هاي الهدنة تمتد لوقف إطلاق النار بشكل كامل ونتمنى حرية شعبنا البطل.
The youngest prisoner to be released in this lot, a 14-year-old. These are the visuals of an emotional reunion as he returned home in Jerusalem.
Meanwhile, kin of hostages who are still in Gaza are demanding for their immediate release. Hundreds demonstrated ahead of the release of the latest batch of hostages and urged the government to bring all hostages back.
We want to pressure the government to release not only the children, also the children, but their parents are still kidnapped. There are young people, there are young soldiers, people who are innocent who were in this party and now they're kidnapped and we don't know if they're dead or alive. We have to have them home as soon as possible.
Hostages which have not been released include an infant who is just 10 months old. The baby named Fir Bebas was the youngest of the 30 children who were taken hostage by Hamas. Though several women and children have been released as part of this deal, he is still held captive. The baby alongside his family has been reportedly handed over to another militant group, escalating the concerns of their safety.
Like the Schindler List. We are waiting to see who's going to survive, who's not. And unfortunately, we're speaking about my cousin Shiri and the 2 little kids. That Ariel is only 4 years old, and Kfir is now about 10.5 months old. He's almost 15% of his life is in prison. He's not prison.
People are rallying with relatives of the 10-month-old, calling for his release.
מה עשה התינוק הזה? מה עשה אריאל אח שלו בן 4? מה, הוא קם בבוקר לחגיגת שמחת תורה? זה כל החטא שלו? כל החטא שלו זה שהוא רוצה לחגוג חג יהודי? בגלל שהוא יהודי?
Meanwhile, ex-CEO Elon Musk, who's on a visit to Israel after being criticized for an anti-Jewish post on social media, received a symbolic dog tag from the father of an Israeli taken hostage by Hamas. Musk has now promised that he will wear it until all the hostages are free. The dog tags prevalent throughout Israel are a symbol of the 240 Gaza hostages taken by Hamas during the October 7th attack.
Thank you very much.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.